Obviously, thank you to the people who didn't believe in me. Like,
Coco Gauff just made Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people of 2025, and the tennis world can't stop talking. While fans across the globe erupted in celebration, one reaction stood out from the rest: Aryna Sabalenka's. Her response sparked a fiery debate that quickly spread beyond tennis, raising big questions about what it really means to be influential. Should it be about trophies and rankings, or about how an athlete uses their platform to shape the world off the court? The announcement hit like a shockwave. Time magazine didn't just name Coco Gauff one of the year's most influential figures. They also gave her a full feature, complete with a striking photo shoot and in-depth profile. The 21-year-old U.S. Open champion was positioned alongside global leaders, activists, innovators, and entertainers as someone helping define the next generation. For Gauff's fans, it felt like long overdue recognition, not just for her achievements on court, but for her impact off it. But not everyone was thrilled. Sabalenka, known for her fierce competitive spirit, took to social media with a cryptic message that many interpreted as shade. Interesting how influence gets measured these days, she posted, followed by a thinking face emoji. Minutes later, she shared a second post listing her own stats: Grand Slam titles, weeks ranked #1, and tournament wins, clearly implying that her on-court success should have earned her a spot too. It didn't take long for tennis media to jump on the story. Headlines appeared almost instantly. Sabalenka throws shade at Gauff's Time magazine honor, and does Aryna have a point? Fans split into camps. Some argued that influence should come from pure sporting dominance, that being one of the best athletes in the world is the ultimate form of influence. Others defended Gauff, saying that real impact comes from using your voice and visibility for a greater cause. And that's the key difference. Gauff's influence isn't limited to her explosive forehand or her rise to the top of women's tennis. She's become a role model for a generation that values authenticity, activism, and courage as much as athletic talent. Whether she's speaking about social justice, mental health, or education, she's shown a level of maturity and social awareness that goes far beyond her age. She's taken the platform tennis gave her and used it to inspire conversations that matter. In her Time feature, Gauff reflected on her journey, from the teenage prodigy who stunned Venus Williams at Wimbledon to a global star carrying the hopes of millions. "I always wanted to win this title," she said in her interview, referring to her U.S. Open victory. "It still feels surreal." But her voice carried something more than excitement. It was the sound of someone who understands that her story means something deeper than trophies. It's about what she represents to others. That's exactly what Time saw. They didn't choose her just because she's an elite athlete. They chose her because she symbolizes a cultural shift. In an era where sports and social change are deeply intertwined, Gauff's authenticity and willingness to stand for what she believes in have made her more than a tennis player. She's a global icon of empowerment. Sabalenka, meanwhile, has built her reputation purely through dominance on the court. Her power game, resilience, and consistency have made her one of the fiercest competitors in tennis. She's earned every bit of respect for her hard work and results. But her approach has always been straightforward. Focus on tennis, stay out of politics, win titles. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's not the kind of visibility that lands you on Time's list. That contrast between Gauff's outward-facing activism and Sabalenka's laser focus on performance reveals a lot about how modern athletes are measured. In the past, dominance in your sport might have been enough to define influence. Today, fans expect more. They want to see who an athlete is beyond the game, what they stand for, how they give back, and how they use their spotlight. Coco Gauff represents a generation of athletes redefining success. Her estimated $23 million earnings last year and her U.S. Open triumph prove she can win at the highest level. But what truly sets her apart is her voice. Calm, confident, and deeply principled. She's not afraid to address uncomfortable topics or to challenge traditional expectations of athletes, especially women of color in elite sports. Her Time cover shoot captured that perfectly, wearing pieces that blended elegance and strength, including a touch of Vivienne Westwood. Gauff delivered one of her most striking photo spreads yet. Fans online even joked that it looked more like a Vogue cover than Time. But that blend of athletic power and fashion influence only reinforces how multifaceted she's become. People are now imagining Gauff in future brand partnerships, runway collaborations, or as the face of global campaigns, and it feels entirely natural. Meanwhile, the ongoing debate has forced both fans and media to confront uncomfortable truths. Should influence come from achievements that can be measured, trophies, records, medals, or from the intangible ways someone shapes culture and inspires others? Sabalenka's frustration highlights how many athletes still equate recognition with results. But Gauff's presence on Time's list shows that in today's world, being influential is about more than just winning. It's about meaning something to people at the end of the day. Both players represent excellence in their own way. Sabalenka dominates with raw power. Gauff commands with grace and purpose. But Time's decision sends a clear message about where global attention is shifting. Influence is no longer defined solely by victory. It's defined by vision. And Coco Gauff, with her blend of brilliance, confidence, and conscience, is shaping what that vision looks like for the next generation of athletes. In short, she's not just playing for herself anymore. She's playing for something far bigger, and the world is taking notice.